Now, as we do so many weeks here at the Daily Dose, we need to get over to our Daily Dose Top 5. Hey, next Tuesday, of course, is Halloween. Now, hopefully, you are going to a party, or maybe you're going to visit a haunted house. You might be watching scary movies at home, or, maybe you're just going to stick around and hand out candy to trick-or-treaters. But if you're doing the latter, and you're just going to stay home, you're just going to be handing out candy, I want to give you a heads up. Sometimes Halloween costumes, they're a little subtle. You don't quite notice exactly what they were going for. You're not exactly sure what you're looking at. You see a kid walking up, you're like, what are they dressed as? Fortunately, the Daily Dose is here to help you if you answer the door and you aren't quite sure what the little ones are dressed as. There's a chance they are dressing up as a popular sports figure. You don't know it, but now we're going to help you. Again, you have to know what to look for. Today, our Daily Dose Top 5 is bringing you our 2023 Daily Dose Halloween costumes that you just might want to keep an eye out for, but you got to look closely or you're going to miss them. So we start off at number 5, and I'm going to tell you, you need to look for this clever costume because he or she will be carrying maybe some binoculars. They could even have maybe like a telescope. I'm not really sure. They might be wearing sunglasses or like a disguise. Maybe they got a fake mustache on. Maybe they got a wig on, something like that. They could be carrying even a long-range camera of some kind. Are they a bird watcher? Or maybe a nature photographer? Nope. Is this some sort of covert spy they're going for? Kind of. What they're actually dressed as is Michigan head football coach Jim Harbaugh, who is now being accused of spying on teams and stealing their signals from the sideline. You're allowed to watch film, but you can't go do it in person. So now we have yet another accusation against Harbaugh because remember, he just got done serving a self-imposed suspension for some sort of illegal activity during COVID. He wasn't supposed to be doing that either. Violated some NCAA rules. He sat out for the first 3 games of this year. Now, he's doing something else? The key here is, always remember, look for the khakis. The khakis are going to be a dead giveaway. And Jim Harbaugh comes in at number 5. We arrive at our number 4 entry. And this one, I hate to go gender specific on this, but it's probably going to be young females wearing this costume. The little, not quite teens, but a little bit older than little kids, that group. They got the braces. They're trying to act more grown up. They're trying to do the hair, putting way too much makeup on. Those kids. But this year, they'll be dressed a little bit different. They'll be wearing some NFL team gear. But the gear is going to look just a little bit off. And they're also going to be talking sports, but they're also going to sound a little bit off. You're going to be like, are these Canadians? What are they? They're weird. You're going to be like, that looks like an NFL fan, but they're off. They're saying things like, I hope we hit some touchdowns this week, or let's go Patrick Mahomes. They're going to say things like that because they don't know what they're talking about. But again, here's the clue. They're going to have some knockoff Kansas City Chiefs gear. But it's not going to be real gear. It might say Chefs, or Kelsey on the back might be spelled Kelsie. So you have to know if you see that, you're not looking at Chiefs fans. No. These are Swifties. Yes, the Taylor Swift fans. And I'm telling you right now, you might think you can chase them off your porch, say, oh, you're too old for trick-or-treating. Get out of here. I'm warning you. These psychos will burn your house to the ground. Do not underestimate the Swifties. They will be coming for you. They come in today on our list at number 4. At the number 3 spot, we have another subtle costume to look out for. Now, back when I was young, a very popular costume that you saw pretty much every year when you went trick-or-treating was the hobo, the bum, as they used to call him, whatever you want to call it. But you would see someone wearing, the baggy jeans with the holes in them, the big baggy clothes. They might have a stick with a handkerchief where they were, carrying some of their extra clothes in. Now, I guess that would be called like a homeless person, and you would probably be shunned by society if you dress that way for Halloween. But you just might see that costume come back this year. You're going to see the dirty clothes. You're going to see the down on their look in their eyes. The, I don't have a dime to my name. I'm broke. What can I do? I don't have a place to live. I don't have anything. But again, there's always one more clue to look for when you're looking for this costume. Because under that baggy shirt, you might see a San Francisco 49ers number 23 jersey, or a Jets number 20 jersey, or even a Tennessee Titans number 22 jersey. Kids, these aren't homeless people. They're NFL running backs, and they are no longer loved. They are down on their luck. They're having to do their jobs for pennies right now, and they come in today at number 3. We reached number 2 on our list of 2023 Halloween costumes to keep a lookout for. And this one, it's a little sneakier. It's a little sneakier than the rest of these because, again, this is a kid dressed full on in Kansas City Chiefs gear. I know, we already had one Chiefs deal, but you could spot that because that's fake gear. This is real gear. They actually have the real Mahomes jersey. They have the real Travis Kelce jersey. Not knockoffs, the real deal. They have their face painted red and yellow. They are blatantly cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs. They are chirping about Chiefs Kingdom. They're talking about the Super Bowls and how they are rolling right now and the amazing job they're doing. They're asking for player autographs. They are going full on fanboy for the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the sneaky part you got to watch for. If you look under the Chiefs gear, you will notice that these little trick-or-treaters, they're not just wearing like a t-shirt underneath. They're wearing black and white stripes underneath. These aren't true Kansas City Chiefs fans. These are actually kids dressed as NFL referees, and it is so obvious. Once you see it, you're going to be like, oh, they got me. We know NFL refs are blatantly cheering for the Chiefs. It's not even close. They're not even being subtle about it in real life. These kids are a little bit smarter than the average because they know the deal. They know NFL refs, they're not even hiding who they're rooting for this year. But because you listen to the Daily Dose, you're not going to be able to spot them. NFL referees come in today on our list at number 2. So we reach the number 1 Halloween costume for the 2023 Halloween season that you need to be on the lookout for next Tuesday night. And we reach another little bit sneaky one. But we're going to let you know what to look for. Here's how to spot it. Our next kid is going to be wearing a big fur coat, maybe some sunglasses, and yes, a hoodie. They are going to be saying things like, look at me. You think I care what you think? Have you seen me? I'm amazing. They will be surrounded by mirrors so they can look at their reflection at all times. Now, is this some sort of a movie star? Maybe some sort of a pop sensation? Well, there are a couple of tells that you need to look for here. One tell is that this isn't a person by themselves. They've got a group of them. And the other people in their party are going to be behind them. They're going to be, how can I explain this? They're going to be following this character, worshiping this character, eating any pieces of candy this character might drop behind them. Not unlike a barnacle feeding on the butt of a whale. Very similar. Those are the ESPN reporters. There's one more tell. Our number 1 entry walks with a limp because they have the same number of toes as bad losses on the year. That's right, kids. Coach Prime is at your door. Be very, very aware this Halloween. Okay, YouTube, make sure you go over and you check out the rest of the podcast this week. This week, we are actually looking at a few teams in both college and the NFL that they're not winning anything this year. Like it or not, they can start looking forward to next year because this year, it's a wrap. They're done. Plus, we do have a little bit of sports news, talking a little bit of Halloween and some scary characters in the world of sports. So be sure you go over and you check out the rest of the podcast. I will leave a link here in the comments on YouTube for you. Hope you're doing well. I will see you maybe next Wednesday. Maybe not. We'll see. But have a wonderful week.